That's not so simple. Take a guess how much it will be annually improvement. No, not 365. It's a staggering 37.2%. Can you believe that? If I told you do a 37.2, you would fall back. But if you look at making a 1% a day change, feasible, doable. So break it into small parts which is achievable. Are you with me? See the powerful message that comes out at the end of it when you look back. And there are folks who have imbibed this principle and who have made themselves totally cut off from the ordinary. What you need to do is break out from the ordinary and be the leader, be the differentiated leader. I'll cover in subsequent slides what you need to do from cutting off from the pack. But these are some principles. Please try to embrace and put into your work. Simple, but very impactful, very, very powerful. Have you heard of this? Yes? I want a show of hands who are doing it. I want to meet that person. Who said yes, sir? Yes, ma'am. Why don't you explain to all of your fellow students? You need to be a bit loud, otherwise they won't hear. Yes. For the betterment of others. The 25 minutes is so intense and so focused, nothing else matters in this world. Not one eye on your social media or on your notification message. No. The world doesn't exist for those 25 minutes. It's only what are you focusing on. Are you getting me? We are too much distracted by too many of the noises around us, and me included. You need to break from that clutter. Anyone doing, ma'am, do you know anyone else doing it in your campus? You're the only one. So why don't you become the champion and sort of propagate this down in the ranks and files of this institute? Did you find this useful? Short bursts. It's a very powerful tool. A lot of great people, if you have studied the autobiographies, they follow this. 25 minutes of intense focus. One of my favorites. Who is aware of this? I want to know who is aware of this. Sorry, I can't hear. No one has heard about this. I can't believe this. Yes, ma'am. You need to be a bit louder for everyone to hear.
It's about combining what you're good at, paid for, needs, and what you love. It's a combination of everything.
What does it translate to, ma'am?
You decide what you love.
No, I got this.
Yeah.
I'm saying in terms of your outlook. Okay, thanks. I'll take it up. So we suffer stress, we suffer disappointment, resentment, bitterness. I can go on and on. All because we don't know what is ikigai. We get into things because of peer pressure, because of parental pressure, because of all other pressures. And we do something which we don't enjoy. Ikigai talks about finding the core principles. It is very difficult to find your ikigai. People have spent their years of lifetime, still they have not got it. But if you get this right, you will not need a spring to get up from your bed. Normally what happens with all the people who work, and when they press the snooze on the alarm bell, oh no, again to office. Oh no, again I have to meet that boss. Oh no, again I have to do that work. Most of them, and obviously some of you may be in the education line, because you are in the wrong line. You go by the peer pressure, you go by your friends, what they have done. Ikigai is different for each and every individual. It's your Ikigai, you have to do it. There's a very famous book out there. I strongly advocate you read this book. It is a life changer. Your way of looking at things will change. Unfortunately, with the student sector, and which is very unfortunate, the so-called suicides that are happening across, which is so alarming and so bad, all because they don't know where they are. They have been pressurized and subjected to do something. My humble request, try to focus on this and try to at least go into the depth of your Ikigai. There is something that you are good at, and that only you know. Don't look at your peers and etc. and trying to find out what they are good at. Nothing to do with that with you. You as an individual need to do introspection, and you have to come up with it. By the way, ma'am, did you get your Ikigai? Yeah, to you who answered that question. Did you get your Ikigai? But you are exploring and finding out. So my humble submission, ma'am, since you are the one out here, please be the champion and try to at least spread this awareness to your friends out here. I know it's difficult to get your Ikigai. It takes years and sometimes lifetime, but at least guide them to a path. At least the initial, because I'm just speaking for a few minutes and hours. But since you're on the campus, my humble submission, if you can be the pioneer in this. Yeah, thank you. There are a lot of leadership styles, and you are the future leaders. You are going to be a CXO in years to come, right? Or you can be the founder member of your entrepreneur firm that you're going to start off. So your leadership skills are varied. The leadership skills are depending on the individual, depending on what he portrays. And there are multiple types of leaders. I'm not going to take a session on leadership, but I'm going to focus on only one aspect of leadership which I like and which really makes a big difference. And I want you to look at it, find out its merit, and if possible, look at adopting it. Have you heard of this term? Very good. Who said yes, sir? Someone said yes, sir. Oh, that the person is now not answering. Anyone who said yes, sir? Yes, please. Can you explain to the others what is the service leadership means? And how is it different from other leadership?
So it's a type of leadership which shows that whoever is senior will drive the team as a servant, as a motivator, not as a leader who can push, who can bring some motivation to the team and took the team with them as a not as a juniors, not as a subordinates, but as a team member.
Very good. This diagram, thank you, thanks, Vincent. This diagram illustrates this. It's you for others, not you for yourself. It's not you achieving your goal. What have you done for the team? Where are you? In a servant leadership, you are at the base. You're not at the top, which is in a traditional leadership. On you, everything rests. Your success is measured by the success of your peers, your team. How have you played a role in their success? It's something it's reignite the entire team and pushes them to go beyond their goals. It's a very different type of leadership where you care for everyone and you play your part for their success. I'm not going to go through this, but I just thought I'll just, in your corporate or in your entrepreneurship life, when you go in, you're going to have teams. You're going to lead them across different functions. Some of you may be finance, some marketing, operations, supply chain. Look at your team members from a different perspective. Look at your team members as one unit. and not as someone you need to compete against and someone where you need to be right at the top. Traditional leadership does not achieve or give you the fulfillment which a servant leadership does. It's a very, very powerful way of looking at the leadership style. And if you look at some of the business icons, many of them have embraced servant leadership. And the servant leadership ones really stand the test of time. They become legends. There's some framework. I don't know how much are we doing on time, ma'am? Is it okay? Okay, fantastic. Something I'm sharing from my own personal capacity, a framework which I have adopted over several decades, and I'll share what I follow. If it resonates with you, please do look at it. And if you accept it and it makes positive impact, I'll be the most happiest person. Empathy. Do you know what is empathy? What is empathy? Someone who has not spoken before. Yes, ma'am. Very good. Why is it so important? Very true. This is super critical in your success because, as I said before, if you are imbibing servant leadership, if you're working in a team, you need to know the other person. It's very common that you've given some work to your team members. He or she has not done the work. You give him a scolding, bash him up. Very simple. Anyone can do it. Nothing great. But have you found out why the work was not done? What went behind that? Was she or he doing a party and not did the work? Or there was a medical problem or his parents were not well? We don't do that. We just look at the surface, take a form opinion and execute. That's not going to work. You need to go beneath the skin. You need to go form a sort of bond with your team members. And when you do that, and we form that bonding, the team members go out of the way to help you. It's no longer a boss and team relationship. They feel a part and own that particular community. The second one which I follow is elevate. Elevate is where you need to gauge yourself, where you are standing, what skill sets and competencies you have, what you had 2 years back, and have you moved up the knowledge skill, the competency skill, the certification skill, anything which will elevate your status. Are you a better version of yourself than 2 years back? How many of you do this? Be very honest to yourself. How many of you look at whether I move to the next orbit? And this has to come from you. It should not be your teacher telling you, your boss telling you, your parents telling you, or your spouse telling you. That internal engine has to be you, from within you. The drive has to come from you. What happened? It's not going. The other thing I have seen, and I'm seeing here some energy level. When you go to work or when you go to college or etc., you should be at the peak of your energy. I can hear right now, seeing you, give you an assessment of your energy level. Some are sitting upright, some are sliding down their chair. And this is, I'm saying in front. This is one of the very, very key aspects. I've seen leadership who are real icons. I've been with them at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have with them at 12 in the midnight. The same energy level they exhibit. And it's so important for a leader to exhibit the energy because it's a rub-on effect on your team. You need to be super charged up. If you as a team, as a leader is not charged up, You don't expect your members to be charged up. No way. It's not going to happen. Bring that energy, exhibit that energy. That's phenomenal effect. It just works like magic. So this is the third E of my framework. Is this important? Why? Why do you think it's important? Anyone? Let me call out someone. Ma'am, why do you think ethics is important? You. Sorry for calling you out. Why do you think ethics is important? Can you explain a bit more easier, understandable way? Why a leader has to be high on ethics? Give me an example of someone who has not done it. There are plenty in India. Give me one. Was it on ethics? The CEO of a bank, a lady CEO of a bank. The CEO of a bank, you know what happened with her? Yes, very easy to fall into this trap, friends. Very easy. If you're at the helm, there will be lot of temptations coming in, lots and lots and lots. But if this is gone, you will come down like a pack of cards and finished for life. Your ethics has to be true north. Don't ever compromise on this E, ever in life. Never ever do this. All that you have built up over the years will go in a second. And then there will be no one to defend you. And you will be in a pitiable state. I won't take names because it's not good to shame them. But those are some instances you already know. So be very upright in this E. Never ever compromise. Evaluate. You are driving down, say, in a car with your family members to Mumbai. It's a 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, depending on the time of the day and the week. And okay, Mumbai, you know. Well, let's take a destination X. You don't know. What do you look for when you're driving down to a destination X where you're going first time and you don't know the direction? What do you look for sometime? Maps, directions, milestones, kilometers, time. Do that for your life. Exactly do that for your life. After you pass out of here, BIM, you have, say, 35 years before you hang your boots. Let's assume a number. And you need to have an end goal. It could be the corner office. It could be something. But there has to be an end goal. And you're driving out, and you are driving now to that end goal with a life of 35 years. Look for that particular map, milestone over a period of time. Are you on the right direction? Are you going with the right velocity? Are you going where you intend to go? Recalibrate yourself. Majority of the guys don't do it. And if you don't do it, what happens? You must have heard about the saying, rudderless ship. What is a rudderless ship? In the ocean, you have a lot of rudderless ship that goes around any direction. You are driving your life. You need to look for those indicators. supremely important and I've seen guys who have done it and guys who are not so brilliant, but because of this dedication, because of confirming to all this, they have excelled. They have really excelled because they've ensured going about this business in a methodical way. So please look for milestones, guidance, maps, directions, velocity of your life. Don't go with the flow. If you go with the flow, you know what's going to happen. Are you getting me? Making sense? I'll give you some success mantras. Why is taking time? What is a sponge? Especially for the team out here who's going to pass out next year. When you go into the corporate world or your own world of entrepreneurship, etc., first few years, be a sponge. I know many cases, people come back, and I do a lot of mentoring, and people come back to me on LinkedIn, etc. You know what, I've been in marketing, and I've been given some of the work which is not marketing, and they start skipping about. I've been told to do something which is pertinent to operations or do something which is pertinent to finance. Never get into that sort of conflict scenario. Be a sponge, pick up anything and everything given. You are learning. Even if you're marketing something given for finance, operations, pick it up. It's a knowledge you're gaining. It's an add-on. Don't set the rules yourself. Oh, this is beyond my remit. My marketing is what I'm supposed to do. Never. There will be some folks who will do that. My humble request, be the sponge. Absorb, soak in whatever you can from corporate life, because that's the life you're going to work on. Second one, after 2 years or for you guys and 1 year for you, it's not over. I'll tell you my story. I thought I was a very smart Alec. In class 12, I didn't want to do medical. I did not write my biology paper. I wanted to do engineering because I thought engineering is the most cool type. After my 4 years, it's over. I'll close my books and put it in my cupboard, shelf, and life would be a roller coaster. How wrong was I? The people who survive in today's world are the one who does that point number 2. What happened to Nokia? What happened to Reader's Digest? Those didn't change with times. Perfect, correct. The companies become fossilized. And it's not companies who are going to be fossilized. Individuals are going to be fossilized too. Please don't think it's companies only. If you don't do number 2, you're gone. You're going to fall back and you're going to be out of the race. And it will be very difficult for you to stay in the race. How many hours you have in a day? If I say you don't have 24, have 23 hours or 22.5 hours. Hear me out what I'm trying to say. Keep aside that 1 hour, 1.5 hours outside that nobody in the world can touch. That is an hour for yourself, for your learning. Come rain or shine or exam or nothing else, that 1.5 hours you don't compromise. And from today onwards till the last day, do that learning. That's how great leaders build themselves up. That 1 hour, 1.5 hours, nobody in the world can touch. It's their time. Get into that mindset. Communication. It's a very, very important to be a successful business or in your field. Some of you may come from vernacular. Some of you may not be very comfortable with English. All fine, acceptable. Work on it. You need to work on your communication across written, verbal, has to be of the top order. if you really want to become a world-class business leader. Work on it. Don't neglect this. It is very much needed. Whoever said it's not needed is not true at all. Visualize success. I spoke about it some time back, about your end state. It's such an important tool. I read about this many years back from one of the cricketers. I don't know whether any of you have heard about his name. Sir Richard Hadley. Have anyone heard about his name? He was a fast bowler for New Zealand. And he made this comment about visualizing success. What he stated is, I want to lift the World Cup. So it could be his, yours could be different. When you close your eyes, that image should be there. If it's a CEO, yes, you are in the corner office, sitting in a big office at the table. When you close your eyes, that image should be in front of you. What is success to you may be different from each and every individual, but you define your image of success. And nobody can take that from you. I talked about own time. That own time is so important. Have you heard of the name of this gentleman, Chandra? Tata Sons chairman. He made a comment which was in the headlines of Economic Times. And the comment goes like this. My best business decisions came when I was running marathon. I'll repeat that. My best business decisions in life had come when I was running marathon. What does it mean? When you're running a marathon, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever be the time, there's only you and you and you. There's no one else in this world. Some people are running besides you, but they don't talk to you, they don't interact with you. It's your you time. And when it's your time, you get focused into doing something which is bothering you. So you need to have your time. You can say, how will I get my your time? It's so difficult. Combine things, work smart. You must be doing some exercise or something, yoga or whatever it is. That time is your time. Talk to yourself, think about it, what you need to do, what your plans are, whether you are in plan or going out of it. But develop this your time concept. Every one of you needs to have a your time. And last one is fail first. We come from a society where failure is a taboo. Getting kicked out of a job is a shame. Have you looked at the Americans? They proudly say that I got a pink slip. No shame, nothing. It's our system, our stigma, which we have built it ourselves. Failure is not a taboo. Failure is success inside out. Failure is needed to be successful. Get into that mentality. There's nothing to hide if you fail. It teaches you how to not do the same thing again. That's another mindset we need to change. When you're dreaming, my humble request to all of you, dream big. Don't dream small. Your dream today should be something unthinkable. It was something like the economy I talked about right 30 minutes back. Your dream always has to be bigger. Bigger than life. May not be achievable right now, but it will be down the years. Never compromise on your dream. And if you are afraid your dream may be laughed at, keep this dream to yourself. Pursue it. Don't have to share it. That's all fine. But the dream really has to be big. Even if you do share with someone, there are a lot of criticisms you're going to hear. Are you mad? Are you nuts? You're gone off your head. You're going to do this. Forget it. It will come from your friends, peers, family members. It will come. You need to resist that. Don't get swayed by them. It's your conviction that will be tested. I know multiple cases where it happened. You need to stand the test of time. And only one who really stands that eventually makes it happen. So don't get swayed by criticisms. Your self-belief has to weather the storm. Let me take an example. What's your name, sir? Yeah. Sorry? Rushabh. I have not met Rushabh. First time I'm meeting Rushabh. Do you think I need to meet Rishabh to know about Rishabh or to know about the brand he has? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
I can't hear. Yes. How many of you think I need to meet Rishabh? Show of hands, please. Many people said yes or no, show of hands now. How many people think I need to meet Rishabh to know about his personal brand? Only one people? All others think I don't need to meet him? Okay, so give me an answer why I don't need to meet him. Hmm? Sorry, being in the line of fire. Question is different. Do I need to meet him to know about his brand? That is the question. You said no. Why? What has got to do with junior, senior? Nothing to do with that. Rishabh as a person I'm talking about. Nothing to do with junior, senior. Till he becomes a big man. He's a small man now. No, please said. Anyone else? I need volunteers. Personal brand does not need meeting you guys. I'm coming for interview at your campus, okay? And I don't need to meet any one of you to know about yourself. Yes or no? Your brand is already there. I can know everything about Rishabh provided he's active on the social media or through his friends. Build your personal brand. Use the tools that are available in social media. Companies that will come to hire you guys, and more important for you, they will do a lot of homework before they come and before they meet you. Gone are those days 20 years back or 10 years back, first time meeting and starting off. Their questions, their selection are all done by the footprint you have on the internet space. Get this into your head. Very important, guys. If you have not built up your brand, start working from today. You need to know, you need to stand for your passion, you need to stand for your conviction. It should be aligned to what you're going to say. And that proof has to be in the digital space. I normally take sessions on personal brand, but today I'm just giving you a start working on that. How many of you have got a LinkedIn page? Not a page, but really a page which talks everything about you. How many you invested in that? How many passions and how many convictions or their work is reflected in LinkedIn page? I see a few hands. Fantastic. Request, please be volunteers and percolate down to your rank and file. Companies are going to make assessment based on what they see. Gone are those days where they're going to come to campus and do all that. If you say, I'm into very highly into sustainability, I believe in alternate energy, I believe in EVs and everything, companies will go to your digital space footprint and find out whether you are really talking the talk or not. And if they don't see anything, they'll brand you big mouth. So you may be not even selected. You understanding what I'm trying to say? So it's your benefit. Start building your brand. Very, very important. Sorry for that. It's taking time to move. I don't know. Huh. Familiar? Where did you have heard about this? I knew everyone would get this. But go beyond it. Double click this. The deeper meaning is something you need to be more concerned about. And it's so difficult to build excellence. We get enamored, in love with designations and salaries and all those. That's very temporal, it's very materialistic, doesn't count. What really stays on is excellence. In corporate world, be the person who is the last word. Like for example, in a company, there's a problem that comes in, say in supply chain, I'm just taking an example. The boss would say, have you checked with Mr. X on this? he's the last man. That is the excellence you need to build up. The problem has to come to your table at the last because you are the final authority in terms of knowledge and competency. You have to build that amount of brand. I'm just giving an example. It could be marketing, it could be finance, it could be anything. Your knowledge should be well known in the company, rank and file, that even the top guy said, check with him what his views are. That is what excellence is all about. A few, before I wind up, I may be crossing the time, I'm just quickly finishing off. I'm not talking specifically for you, but I'm being with some other institutes, etc., and IFT and others. There are some projects which come as a part of your curriculum. Don't get confined to that. Go out, hunt for projects, fish for projects, do projects even without paid. I see a lot of fuss among the younger students. Am I paid? Am I not paid? Oh, I'm not paid. Again, I may be prehistoric, but in our time we didn't get paid, and no qualms about it. This is a time for learning, not for money. Humble suggestion, irrespective whether you're paid or unpaid, doesn't matter. Do as many projects as you can with corporates. It's help you in good stead when you move into the corporate life. Don't get bogged down whether this is paid project or unpaid project. And take that ownership. Your professors and your deans and directors are not responsible. You have to do it. We did it in our times. Show that enterprising talent and do it. How many of you read Economic Times? Be honest. How many of you read Business Magazine? Be honest. If not, start doing it from tomorrow, especially the second year. You need to know what's happening in the world. You need to be aware not only what is there in the textbooks, what's happening in India, what's happening in the world. Your business knowledge, your quotient will be tested. And trust me, if someone who is very good but has no knowledge what's happening in the outside world, is not going to be looked up in a very favorable way. Start developing that muscle. My humble submission. And the first year you have 2 years, please do this. You should be knowing what's happening in the world, what's happening, because what's happening in the world is going to impact India. It's a global village. So you need to be knowing everything that's happening. Make it a habit of keeping yourself updated. Networking is very important. That's another muscle, please start developing. Networking with outside peers, networking with your school friends, with your friends in the community, with others whom you're connected with. These are going to be your pillars of your success down the line. Be a networking professional guy. And when you go up in your corporate ladder, it's the networks that will come and help you out. You need networks beyond a certain level of as you mature in your corporate life. Start building that. It's like a plant. Start watering it today. It happens, and it will happen to you also. But try to resist from this. We get totally swayed away by what we hear from friends. Oh, you know what? He's got this company. Okay, he's got this salary. You know, he's left this company and joined there. These rumors, or not rumors, these things are going to sway you. It happened in my time also, so I'm aware. But my humble submission is don't get perturbed. There's a famous story I'll share with you. There's a gentleman, Gopal Krishnan. Okay, he's right. He just retired from Tata Sons board. He was the CEO of Unilever. He's a very respected business icon. And he was telling me one day that, and he's passed out from IIT KGP, and I think he did from IIM. And he said, during my time, he was from South India, simpleton, I used to work, and guys used to come and tell me, you know what, Mr. X has moved there, Mr. Y has switched job and moved there. A lot of things I used to hear. I kept on focusing on my work. After 10, 15, 20 years, it's like when I go to my terrace and look around to look for those guys who have made those swaps and changes and jumped in the first few years, where are they? not to be seen. So it's a 50-over cricket match. It's not how many boundaries or how many sixes you hit in the first 5 or 10 overs that matters. The score at the end of 50 overs that counts. Life is exactly like that. You make a splash initially and then you chicken out, game is lost. If you sustain yourself and score in the slog overs, your 50-over score match is what counts. Please get this into your head. Don't get moved by peer pressures. First 10 to 15 years in your corporate life or in your own startups, you will feel everyone is the same. More or less the same rank, etc. Drawing more or less the same salary. The real difference, the men from the boys, comes out after 15, 20 years. It's the foundation people who are built in the first 15, 20 years that starts blossoming. And true leaders emerge from the pack. So the reason I'm saying this is your focus should be on building your foundation. Skyscrapers are built on strong foundations. If the foundation is weak, you may be having a penthouse in a skyscraper. It doesn't make any sense, right? If the building is not there, what the penthouse got to do? One of my favorite quotes, he's a futurist, he's an author. I would suggest all of you to memorize this, put up on your dashboard there. You have to be adaptable. You have to know that nothing is permanent. That mindset has got to be built in. And this is something that is going on. I'm from a data and AI space. The way technology is changing, business is changing every 6 months. Unbelievable. You have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. If you don't get this right, all other things will have no meaning and consequences. This is the universal truth. Just get this embedded into your mind. So I'm a professional coach. I do mentor and I do a lot of stuff. People from LinkedIn do reach out to me. I will be more happy to be of any assistance. If you require anything, please connect with me on LinkedIn and we can chat on a weekend, etc. Thank you. Some thoughts I shared. Hope it was useful. If you can embrace a few of them in your life and start implementing it, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of positive results. But your mindset needs to change. Thank you, and thank you for giving me a patient hearing. Thanks.
We are now open for questions.
Good morning, sir. Here.
Oh.
I'm Shruti Naikwadi from BIMM, specializing in digital marketing and business analytics. I wanted to ask you, as you said, you worked in a Japanese company. It's also my dream to work outside India or in Japan. I wanted to ask you, is it really working worth outside, or in initial years you should focus working in India and gain experience and then look at the global market?
Good question. Please take a seat. Nothing like that. Wherever you work, I've talked about some principles. Do be a sponge, excel in what you are doing, ensure that you take the maximum out of that company which you are there, and keep a assessment framework about your potential in terms of knowledge, competency, and capability every 2-3 years. Okay, don't go with the flow. Always reassess yourself. Anywhere you can be, it doesn't make a difference at all. It's a global world. Today it doesn't make a difference. But Indians are doing well everywhere. So if you're really good, you can be picked up. Your own company can send you abroad, or you can pick up and go abroad. But I don't think in our times it was making a difference. In today's world, it doesn't make a difference at all. Thank you. But Mane, you should be your calibration meter. That is very important. That has to kick in internally. It's very simple said, very difficult to do. Someone else should not be saying this. You do this, you do that. You have to do it yourself. self-propelling engine. Yeah, thank you.
Due to time constraints, we'll be taking only one final question.
You all have the potential to be leaders. Please, please don't do injustice to that potential. And everyone, as I said before, everyone can do it. There's no reason why you cannot do it. I think you need a mic, one second.
Hello, sir. I am Ashutosh Ati, Senior Student Manager at BITM. Can you just, you have shown that communication skills is very important for being into the field. Now, being in communication, presentation is an important part of the communication. So, what are the exact tactics generally you use for present something in front of everyone? For example, if I'm presenting a project in a boardroom, so what are the tactics which we can use to present successfully in front of the any person?
Very good question. So I will amplify that question. Uh, he said boardroom. I take it everywhere. When you're presenting something, it's not only the way you present, it's not only how you are presenting. The most important is your content. And content, how will you get it? You need to do homework. And homework right at the double click, triple click mode. First, find out who is the audience. Get an understanding of their profile. What are they looking at? Do a research on the audience there. Okay, so if your presentation is 1 hour or 30 minutes, your homework should be 5 hours or 6 hours or 7 hours. The more homework you do, the more precise you are, more laser focused you are, your presentation would come out of it. I'm giving an example. When we do a presentation to a client, sometimes the client pain points the sales guys may not know. We cannot go to the client blind and say, this is what I have, aapko jo lena hai le le. You can't do this, right? You have to do your research. And thankfully, in today's world, you have all the tools available to do the research. You have tools like your investor reports, your websites, your corporate presentations, everything available. Get into that, find out what is the pain point. You don't have to call out the pain points, but your narrative and your content should be addressing that pain points. So that out of this 10 pain points, even if you connect on 2 pain points, your meeting is a successful. Because he will be thinking, oh, this is what I was having a problem with. Good, they have a solution. And he may be thinking it's just a coincidence. It is not coincidence. It's well thought out planned strategy. You're getting me? So homework is supremely important. Sometimes we take shortcuts. That is not possible. I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you, sir, for the enriching session and engaging discussion. I now invite Student Manager Vaibhavi and Bhavishya to present a memento to Prasenjit Roy sir as a token of our deep appreciation and admiration.
मिल सकता है हमको अगर if possible
मैं भेज दूंगा.
thank you sir
I know. Yeah. That was the reason. Yeah. But good, you got the students there.
sir आइए ना they are all seniors
Yeah.
please join वही देंगे I'll join
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
सर ये
Oh wow, thank you.
सर का है
Thank you. This treasure.
ये सर बाला सर का बुक
Oh, yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
ये सब पैक होना चाहिए सर की गाड़ी में
Hope it was useful. If you need something, just connect with me. Okay, always there. And all the very best.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a photograph.
Sure.
May I now request student manager Sakshi Saini to propose the vote of thanks.
ले लेंगे एक फोटो
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Vasundhara. Good afternoon, one and all present here. I am student manager Sakshi Saini from Balaji Institute of Modern Management. It is my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Sri Balaji University, Pune. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to our eminent speaker, Mr. Prasenjit Roy Sir, Head of Strategy and Business Head, Data and AI at NTT Data India, for gracing this session with his presence and for sharing such a powerful, thought-provoking and inspiring address. In this session, we learnt about current opportunities for India and how we are at the helm of affairs all over. Sir, you inspired us to adopt Kaizen in our lives, Pomodoro technique, Ikigai, the 5E framework, and gave us mantras for success. Sir, your words have not only educated us but also challenged us to think bigger, act with purpose, and lead with courage. We are immensely thankful for your time, insights, and encouragement. I would also like to extend our sincere thanks to our respected Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Directors, and Deputy Directors for their continued guidance and for providing us with such enriching opportunities to learn from global industry leaders. A heartfelt thank you to our faculty members who work tirelessly to shape our professional journey and ensure we make the most of such sessions. Finally, to my fellow students, thank you for your active participation and enthusiasm. Let us carry forward today's learnings and apply them in every classroom, project, and boardroom we step into in the years to come. With that, we conclude today's eminent speaker session of Ignite Spark the Potential. Wishing you all continued growth, learning, and inspiration. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay, junior student managers, scan the feedback form and then you can proceed for your lunch. Seniors will be seated in the auditoriums. Okay, you can sit or stand for the photo, one group photo, and then juniors can move for the lunch.